Part 7, Kemi Olunloyo, Dr. Kemi, April 9th, 2025. Those that benefited from my dad benefited, but we, his children, we struggled, we found our way. After coming home from Canada, my dad promised everybody everything. Like for me, he promised to get me a job with Ajimobi, never did. My son, he said he'll teach him mathematics because he was poor in that. Told him to move to Molite. My son moved to Molite, and I was living in Ikolaba, and later I moved back to Molite, and then the whole thug thing, leave the building thing happened. But when my son was living there with dad and mom, and I was in Ikolaba, I just the boy was just not getting any kind of mathematics, any kind of lessons done, nothing. He said Grandpa was always tired, he was always drowsy, he wasted his time. Left to me personally, I think they used my son Kayode for rituals. That's all I think. Because when we discovered the coffin under his bed, Shigidi, it's a little coffin that the Yahoo boys use. It hurts me so bad because nobody owned up to it. According to Ronke, Ronke, you told me that Grandma put it there. They put it there under Olumide's bed. Olumide has long gone, but nobody took it away from there. And my own son, Rich KJT, if you want to go read what my son wrote on his birthday, how the hardships that he's gone through in America, all the stuff you did to my child, whoever put that coffin there will find it hard at the end. Let me tell you. Everybody was just pushing it on themselves. Ronke said my mother put it there for her son. My mother said Ronke put it there, but it was there. And my son was sleeping on the very same bed in the same room. I slept in that room too with him. For all the time, anything in that coffin or whatever could have ruined my destiny. Get away with it. I don't want to hear from anybody. People are calling me from Nigeria. They don't have my number. When I say they're calling me, some people are sending messages from Nigeria on, the Nigerian WhatsApp. Okay, it's on my Android. And my Android is literally, I only use it to do stuff, like make videos or something. So I'm not even picking up. Those that had it that were relative cousins. One cousin, like I said, Judy Akinyemi, was there on my Facebook page, my personal page. Victor Omololu Olunloyo profile page. I know of cousin, he took care of everybody. He took care of everybody. Judy, when was the last time you saw me? When you were a kid, right? When you were 15. And then your mother died and you saw me in 2018 at the funeral. Do you know what happened between those 15 years? You don't. So don't tell me you took care of everybody. My young cousin that daddy sucked up from, that boy, everything he was doing just went wrong. Because he was the one always talking to him on the phone. This ritualist, occultic thing that used to pass through the phone, when he calls everybody, everything they're doing doesn't go right. Daddy, these things are spiritual. We know. So this my cousin is a male. He was not aware. It was sad. Like many bad things happened to him. I can't tell you all of it. I attribute it all to my dad and the relationship he had with my dad. But I will tell you some. This will shock you. In 2021, my dad had a stroke and he lost his ability to write. Daddy could still talk. His mouth was coming to the side. Many things happened to Daddy. And Ronke has been, you see, when you steal somebody's husband when you are young, you know that if they're going to die at 90 years old and you are still in your 60s, you're going to do a lot of work. Ronke was taking care of my dad. There was a point I was doing the taking care of my dad. And they chased me away. They lied on me. Ronke and my daddy's PA, they coerced my dad to say I poisoned Daddy. I was the one going to the chemist because I was the pharmacist getting medicine for Daddy. I was the one who was feeding Daddy. Daddy would send the driver to ShopRite with me, saying he wants stir fry. I would go and buy all the Oyinbo stuff to stir fry for him. I was visibly taking care of my dad until that coffin was seen under the bed and me and my son left. I was doing everything for my dad and nobody else. Funke was never there. Ewa rí pé mi tọ́jú bàbá tèmi, ewa parọ́. Ewa lé mi poison daddy. Daddy said, "You're poisoning me." Daddy, these are your medicines. I just went to the pharmacy to get it. I mean, man to gbogbo ogun yìí pọ̀. Korede. Part 2, Dr. Kemi Olunloyo. With regards to my dad's death, some of you have... Korede was my father's PA, and he had to go to London with my dad because my dad was having prostate surgery, and we changed money. And the money was £20,000. Governor Jimobi sent the money for my father's Esther code. The money was changed with the Abukis. They brought it to the house. My sister went to pick the other half. And my mother and I put the money together in a suitcase, £20,000. It was going to be carried on the plane in hand luggage. And during the hand luggage situation, we took them to the airport, everything. Somewhere in the plane, money was missing. And my dad started calling me a thief. Owota Kapo, Ninu Yara. Korede was the one that stole the money while daddy was asleep in the plane. And then from there, they graduated into calling me a thief. I tried to poison daddy because I gave him medicines that were prescribed for him that I got. It was one doctor that now came and said, kilo de no family. This is the medication I prescribed for this old man. The daughter, a pharmacist, simply went to pick up the medicines, arranged it, and was given the man. Aronke Korede and all their affiliates now, they just modeled me as somebody who tried to kill daddy. And then they said it was my mom that was getting me to do the killing. I mean, really. At that time, my father was having agitation, was having signs of dementia. He was actually in dementia stage. And all these things happened. And that's when we all separated. He had kicked us out of there. We were in Ikolaba. And then by the time we got to Ikolaba, that's the problem started with Funke. Funke's problem didn't start in Ikolaba. She has been taunting me since we were kids. I jammed her hands into the car doors when she was 6 years old. And I was 10 at Premier Hotel. One of her fingers is amputated because of that, kids. Sibling rivalry starts very young. If you see it in your children, prevent it. You know, but when a parent chooses one as a favorite, okay, which my mother did with Funke as a favorite, and then calls me the enemy. I was the breadwinner when I got to America. She made me make $20,000 a month as a pharmacist, journalist, and PR. I flew all of them to my birthday, my 40th birthday. One day that birthday in Rooney. They brought their evil, all their juju and everything, and my birthday fell apart. That's another video, but I'm not even bothering. Okay, Kemi Talks Life is about what I experienced under my family. The animosity, the times when I couldn't struggle with my autistic child. Funke wanted to come and help me. Mommy and daddy agreed she'd fly to America. I wrote a letter for the embassy. In those days, you just wrote a letter and sent your statement of account. The person got the visa. Funke had other plans. She came for vacation. She got to my house. She didn't take care of my autistic child. She didn't help me when I went to work. She'd be fighting me. Within 1 week, Obinu Kuro Lemi. She went to her. The Omito Uju's house in Chicago, Illinois, or something. Visa temi bafuko I help me below temi ofilo soda. She used to be Funke Omito Uju, okay, and she, you know, she's divorced from Omito Uju, but Funke Olunloyo, my sister, the one that attacked me and all those bruises you see. And some of you are saying, what did I do for her to attack the bruises? Tell her to show you the video of me sitting on top of mommy's car when they wanted to kill me. I look like a mad woman. I fled to the top of the car. Video. Tell them to post it. Why were they calling my own son to beg me to take everything down when I started this series? They never knew I could talk about it because I'll be ashamed. If famila show, if fashion ya mommy Lara mommy Funke, I was down to my almost underwear. They tore my clothes on me, and daddy was standing there watching them. There were 2 fights. He was there in one of them, standing there watching them. And before he arrived, nothing was going on. When he arrived, something happened. My mother was now looking at my dad. Kilo dasile and bibai, kilo dasile and bibai. That was one of the fights. The other one, they simply just beat me up. My nieces, my nephew, Funlola Omito Woji, she's Tolu Alashe. She's a chef that does healthy eating. Funlola, all of them joined. And they were all attacking me. You want to hear the other side. Tell them to post their video.